Today we're talking about the top 10 crypto YouTubers, and you might notice I'm in a different spot right now. I'm traveling. So make sure you give a thumbs up and subscribe if you like this content because I'm putting in the work. You should see this setup right now. I'll leave a picture on screen right here of what I'm working with on the road to make this video possible for you guys, because guess what? It is a crypto bull market. And in the bull market, we have to be locked in at all times. So today I'm going to talk about all the YouTubers that I frequently watch and probably some of the top YouTubers on YouTube in terms of their cryptocurrency takes and their views, because the cryptocurrency scene really is relatively new. It's not super mainstream yet, but these views are starting to become bigger and bigger as the crypto world expands. And so some of these channels are starting to do 500,000 and up to 1 million views on a video, which is really going to actually impact the overall market. It's going to have some impact, especially on these small meme coins, these small altcoins. You're going to see channels like Alex Becker, who's one of the biggest channels we'll talk about today, really does move some of these markets, which is crazy, but you have to be locked in and understand that when a crypto influencer like Alex Becker talks about a small coin that's a $50 million market cap, that coin is going to move in price that day, a substantial amount usually. So we'll talk about that when we look at his channel, but just paying attention, understanding what YouTubers to watch, what YouTubers actually move markets, especially if you're going to invest in these smaller altcoins, these smaller meme coins. You need to be locked in because if these guys are talking about it, you want to have that coin purchased before they talk about it, because you're going to get a huge pump when they do talk about it, and that can really affect the way that your crypto investments go on some of these coins. So without further ado, let's go and check out my top 10 crypto YouTubers. Okay, coming in at number 10 is going to be Lark Davis. Lark has 611,000 subscribers, and as you can see, he's posting a lot, which means guess what? The bull market is definitely back. If there's one way to track bull markets socially, it's by looking at YouTubers and influencers and seeing how often they're posting and how many views they're getting. And as you can see right now, if we go ahead and just scroll back and look, let's just go back a couple months, maybe 5 or 6 months back. Sorry if it's windy out here, guys. I don't really have a choice in terms of where I can record this. So we can see 8 months ago, he's doing 80,000 views, 20,000 views, 100,000 views on a couple of these, 20,000 views. If we go back and really go into previous years, right? Let's go all the way back to last year. We can see 20,000, 20,000, 17,000, 28,000, 19,000, 37,000, 22. We're definitely doing less views. And if we come all the way back to where we're at right now, and this guy posts a lot of videos, but if we come to the last week or so and just look at the most recent videos, we're looking at 74, 91, 110, 42, 87, 58, 110, 76, 65. We're looking at minimum triple the views he was doing in the bear market just about a year ago. So the views are definitely up, which means we are definitely seeing retail investors. Probably some of you watching this video are going to be into that retail investor category where you're only back in the scene because the bull market's going on. You're seeing mainstream media talk about cryptocurrency. So when channels like this are doing really well, ones that are posting every single day, and the views are still doing triple what they were doing in the bear market, we know that at least some new investors and some retail investors are watching these videos and investing in coins. So what we want to do here, when we look at channels like Lark Davis, we want to look at what he's talking about, what coins he's talking about, what investment strategies he's talking about, and see if those are, at least the views on those videos are impacting those coins to some degree. Now, Lark happens to talk about all different kinds of stuff. You can see this dude's he's posted 8 times in the last 3 days alone. So he's posting a ton of videos, and I don't think any one of these videos is necessarily going to move a ton of these coins that much as it will when we see some other crypto influencers we'll talk about later in this video. But Lark has been in the scene for a long time, and for that reason alone, he's got a good amount of experience. It's worth listening to what he has to say. He does talk about all different aspects of the market, whether that's macro stuff. You can see Microsoft projects Bitcoin would be a broad scale crypto news type video, and he has other videos. We can see #1 crypto app. So he talks about crypto apps for the US investors specifically, which is very different than crypto news. You can see right here, altcoins just flipped. This signal confirms it. We're talking about meme coins on this video, altcoins. We're talking about Bitcoin. So he covers basically all topics in cryptocurrency. So if you wanted to get a broad view and get information constantly, quickly updated, these videos are typically about 10 minutes long. So they're not super long videos compared to some ones. other channels, even myself included, where we're posting 20, 30, 40-minute long videos. These are a bit more bite-sized to consume, but they are coming out a lot more frequently. So if you want to watch someone who covers all different kinds of topics, from news to Bitcoin to macro to majors to altcoins to meme coins, Lark kind of covers it all, and he's been around this space for quite some time. So he is our number 10 channel. Now, another channel that's just like that is our number 9 channel. This is Cryptos R Us. He's got 781,000 subscribers and 2.6K videos. This guy goes live basically every single day. Now you can see right here, he must have taken a vacation because he didn't stream for a full week. But this guy has been posting pretty much every single day, sometimes twice a day, live streams for what feels like forever. Since last bull market when I found this dude, he's been posting for 4 years straight, has not stopped, and he basically just tunes in on his streams once a day. They're 30 to 40 minutes long. He talks about all the major news events. He talks about macro. He talks about smaller coins that people are talking about. Whatever's hot and going on at that moment, he'll talk about on his live stream. So he's basically going to walk you through your crypto journey every single day. If you want someone to tune into, this is a great guy because he's also been around in the scene for, I believe, almost a decade. He's been here for at least 2 cycles, if not more, and he's definitely knowledgeable on the space. So the guy that runs this channel, his name is George, and you can see his views are roughly about the same as Lark. They're around 80,000 views right now, and in the bear market, his were doing, again, about 20 to 30,000 views on average, and his streams were doing about the same, but you can see some of these streams actually are pushing up towards 100K on some of these. They're mostly 70,000, 80,000. Some of the big events that happen, they'll push over 100,000. But George has a very consistent viewer base, people that tune in every single day. He doesn't have a lot of viral videos from what I've seen, but he's talking about whatever's going on. Most of his videos are about Bitcoin and the major coins. They're not as in the weeds on trading and going crazy with the micro altcoins and meme coins. So if you wanted another person you can tap into every day to get updates, see what's going on in the market, if you don't want to read Twitter, if you don't want to go and find out about all the stuff going on in the news, this guy will give it to you in a decent amount of time, like a 30-minute stream each day. Will go through the major stuff that's going on. And George will talk about a lot of new projects and the tech behind those projects. He also invests and talks to the founders of a lot of these projects, so he has some inside information on what new products are coming out and what could be potentially good to look at in the future for buying new coins. The next channel on our list here is one of the biggest channels on this list. It's Altcoin Daily. They have 1.5 million subscribers, and they also post a ton of info. It's 2 brothers. They're actually twins, I believe, because they look exactly alike. I can never tell them apart. They post constantly. Now, they've done interviews with people like Dave Portnoy. They've done interviews with Michael Saylor. They've done interviews with some huge founders of big projects. So these guys are definitely one of the faces of the crypto space. They've also been around for quite some time, well before I got into the space, and they've been posting videos for a long time. If we go to their oldest video, it's 6 years ago. Now you can see their thumbnails have definitely improved in the last 6 years, but they've been posting for a while. They also have some really big videos, 2 million views, which a lot of these channels can't say, but these guys post very frequently. You can see in the last day, they posted 3 times in the last day, and in the last 3 days, they posted 6 times. So they're posting multiple videos a day. Their videos are also a wide range, depending on who they're talking to. You can see right here, 24 minutes interviewing the founder of Supra, and then you have a video like this one, which is only 9 minutes, but it's interviewing another founder. You got the Michael Saylor interview, Michael Saylor news. These guys have really good videos. They are on the pulse of all the things going on. I will say the only, I guess, downside to this channel that I found is that they tend to be extremely bullish, sometimes so much so that it makes you feel like you can't go wrong, which is just not the case. I really do like to follow folks who are realistic about the market and the potential downsides and the bearish possibilities that do exist. I think some of these channels don't really cover the bearish stuff as much, or they go so far that it's doom and gloom when it could just be, you know, a minor pullback. So I like channels that are realistic, and I would say that the first 3 we have here, Lark, Cryptos R Us, and Altcoin Daily, tend to be very optimistic, very bullish, and maybe kind of shade the downside a little bit sometimes. And I think some channels we'll look at later in the video actually go the other way a little bit. They actually are way too realistic, and they are almost too conservative and too bearish in times where you might want to be a little more bullish. So there's a range here, and that's why I want to show you all 10 of these channels, because you want to get a good idea of what everyone's thinking. You don't want to just watch one channel and lock in on exactly what they're saying and you know, 100% believe everything they're going for. You want to get a good idea of what everyone's thinking. When some people are saying buy, other people are saying sell, you got to be a little bit cautious that, okay, maybe we're not in a clear path right now. If everyone's bullish, you might want to be a little worrisome that everyone's bullish. So you really need to be a person who consumes a bunch of different kinds of content. And that's what I'm going to show you today. It's a very broad range of channels. And amongst all these channels, we're going to get a very good idea of what the market's looking at. So if all these channels are talking about the same coin, there's a good chance that retail is going to flood into that coin. We can get ahead of those moves by watching these channels, knowing how they act, knowing what they like to talk about, what kind of coins they might talk about. If you go on their X channels, right? If you go on their Twitters and see what they're talking about before they make videos, because oftentimes channels will make videos after they've already posted to their private membership groups or they've already talked to Twitter, because it's a lot easier to post that stuff quickly. Videos take more time, and these videos, if they hit 1 million views, those are going to influence a lot of people, as where maybe their private group or their X posts won't be as influential, but you've already gotten that information because you follow them closely, and now you've basically front run what they're going to do on their YouTube channel. That's a possibility for some of these channels. Some of these channels are not big enough to influence that kind of stuff. But Altcoin Daily is one of the bigger ones. They definitely have great videos. They cover all kinds of topics. One thing you get on this channel you don't get on any other channel is interviews with big founders, interviews with folks like Michael Saylor, folks that are these other channels that are just too small and don't have the access to interview those big folks. So if you want to get a influencer meshed with the mainstream poster board picture of crypto founders, this is the channel to go for. Okay, our next channel here is going to be Coin Bureau. This is one of the biggest channels on this list, 2.57 million subscribers. They also have a ton of videos. These guys have been around for a long time. You can see 5 years ago was their first post, and this guy is lovable. The dude that runs this channel is super lovable. The videos are super well edited. They're super well done, and some of these videos really pop off, where I'm talking about 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 views. And what I will say about this channel over all the other ones is the thoroughness and the attention to detail and the pace at which they talk about the content that they're doing. You can see they have a new guy doing these videos here and there as well. So they're trying to post more for the bull market. Like I keep saying, you're going to see all these channels posting way more now than they were in the bear market, because it is a bull market. You want to capture that attention. A lot of investors are coming in. You want to get all those new views. But you can see here that the primary videos they have are talking about a single topic. Whatever that topic may be varies greatly. You can see ETH is going to be the topic on this video, XRP on this one, Bitcoin on this one, AI agents on this one. So they're going to really focus on one single topic, usually one specific coin or one specific area, and do a really deep dive, thorough 20 to 25 minute video about that topic, where you get a really good feeling of what the coin or what the topic is about. Whereas other channels, and myself included, will talk about a whole range of different coins. So for example, if I do a meme coin video, I'm going to talk about probably 10 to 20 different meme coins in that one video, instead of where Coin Bureau will basically say, okay, we're going to talk about Dogecoin today, and we're going to do a 25-minute deep dive on everything about Doge, so you have a very good understanding about what Dogecoin is, where it's at, where it could go in that one video. And that's one of the benefits of this channel. I think they do that really, really well, better than anyone else. They've also been around for a long time, somewhat trustworthy in terms of their predictions and their analysis on things, and I think they do a really good job of deeply analyzing whatever they're talking about. Okay, the next channel here is Jesse Echo. This is a smaller channel that's relatively newer. You can see the oldest video, even though it says 10 years ago. This channel was not talking about cryptocurrency. They were much more talking about finance and business hustle 4 or 5 years ago when they first started out here. So Jesse is actually moved on over. You can see he joined the NFT space in 2021, and that's where he got his start, which is almost exactly where I got my start in terms of the YouTube videos. I've been in crypto since 2019, but I got my really big start on YouTube with cryptocurrency in the NFT space in 2021, and that's where I found Jesse. Jesse is very similar in terms of his outlook, his choice on coins, and his overall style of video. I think is very similar to the stuff that I post here. I would say his editing is definitely taken to the next level over mine. I'm doing all my editing right now, and I think he has his own editor, but if you watch his videos, you're going to find that they are very well done. He talks about some niche topic. He talks about his portfolio quite a bit. He takes you on a story of a journey where he'd be like, all right, I'm going to invest $10,000 in this sector and see how far I can go. And then he'll do a recap on how his journey went. So his videos are not necessarily geared toward one thing or another. He's really trying to take you on a story or a journey of his crypto experience through different avenues. The number 5 channel on my list here is is Virtual Bacon, another channel that's really exploded in the last year or so. This guy has done some fantastic content. He also is one of the few channels here that posts live streams. His main form of content is live streams. So with Virtual Bacon live streams, you're going to get a deep dive into whatever the topic is as well, but he does it all live. So you can see right here, he's posting pretty much every couple days a live stream, and they're long live streams, and they're really well done. You can see here, he uses green screen and puts all the information behind him, which I think is cool. It definitely differentiates him from other channels because he's using the green screen and he's doing it well, and he's doing live streams instead of doing videos like this where they're edited. So he's doing them on the fly. These videos have done super well. He's doing 100,000 views a video, sometimes 200,000 views a video on his live streams. His most popular live stream, you can see here, 264,000. And his oldest live stream, he started streaming 3 years ago. So this guy's been around for quite some time. He also does videos, as you can see here, but his videos are, again, 20 to 30 minutes. So they're not as long as the live streams. And his videos don't typically do as well. Some of them do 34,000, 72,000, but some of them also really pop off. 400,000, 335,000. So there's a huge range depending on what kind of things he's talking about. But you can see some of his videos doing viral reaction to TikToks are not doing as well. So people really come to this guy for meme coin picks, altcoin picks, portfolio investments, and really looking at coins that he's identified because he's done a really good job talking to a lot of founders, investing in a lot of new projects, being on the cutting edge and the forefront of new projects as they come out. So he's definitely got that insight onto what he thinks will do well in terms of new coins coming out, altcoins to pick and buy right now. He also does shorts, and these shorts are really well done as well. They're geared towards whatever topic he's talking about. You can see these have anywhere from 10 to 20,000 views each, which is pretty good for shorts. Some of these actually here, 54,000, 23,000. So there's a range on the shorts, but those are definitely adding another type of viewer to his arsenal, which you got to understand when you're looking at YouTube, there are different types of viewers. People that are viewing long form are not going to be the same kind of investors as short form. Short form are people that are also like on TikTok, scrolling through, want to find the latest meme coin and try to make a quick buck. That's not the same as a viewer that's probably watching a hour-long long form portfolio video that cares a little bit more deeply about buying coins that are going to last for a long time or as a long-term investor. And so when you watch these videos or when you're watching these YouTubers, think about what kind of viewer and what kind of investor is going to invest in the coins these YouTubers are talking about, and that can kind of help you shape what you might or might not invest to yourself. I do think this is important to think about when you're watching YouTube videos. Not only you're watching it for the knowledge, but you got to think about it as if a million other investors are also watching this video, or potential investors are watching it. What are they going to think about those coins? Which ones are they going to gravitate towards based on what those influencers are saying? That also will impact what those coins do, especially when we're talking about someone like this who can do a 300,000, 400,000 view video, and people are really going to take that advice to heart and go and make decisions based on what they've seen from a YouTuber like Virtual Bacon, who is going to impact those new small coins. And this is primarily for really small coins, right? They're not going to influence Bitcoin. They're not going to influence Ethereum. They're not going to influence even things like XRP, Cardano, or anything like that. They're going to influence coins that are sub $50 million market cap. We're talking about very small coins. So keep that in mind. Okay, the next channel here is a huge switch up for our number 3 spot. This is Bob Lucas, much smaller channel. His primary outlet is not YouTube. If you couldn't tell by the thumbnails, he doesn't post very frequently, right? 3 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 5 months ago, 8 months ago. These videos do, in the bull market, 100,000, 150,000 views. The bear market, they're doing like nothing. This guy only talks about Bitcoin on his channels. It's the 4-year journey. This guy's been around for many cycles, but his primary talk is about the cycle, the macro, and Bitcoin. That is what we're talking about with Bob Lucas. So if you want to get a read on what the entire crypto universe, the crypto sphere, the crypto landscape is going to look like, it's all going to revolve around the sun, which is Bitcoin. So to learn about Bitcoin, we need to follow people that really understand Bitcoin and really have a pulse on Bitcoin. Bob Lucas is by far the best person I can lead you to for talk about the macro, right? The long-term, multiple years, 4-year journey, and Bitcoin. Whatever happens with Bitcoin is going to guide what we do with our altcoins, because altcoins will follow Bitcoin. So to find out about the macro, where we're at in the cycle, where we can expect to be in the next several weeks, months, years, Bob Lucas is the guy I look to. Now, he doesn't post very frequently on YouTube, but he does post pretty frequently over on his X account. He has been posting a lot more frequently on here, right? This meme right here is based on the drop we had, the flash crash we had a couple days ago, when Bitcoin went from about 100,000 down to 92,000 very quickly. These are the kind of things he's posting updates on his Twitter. So it's not the same as you're going to see on his YouTube channel, which you can see he's only posted, every couple months, updating you overall on where we're at in the 4-year cycle. So I would follow him on both accounts. He does talk about other coins here. You can see ICOs he talked about Solana, he talks about some NFTs. He won't talk about any of that stuff on his YouTube channel, which is strictly meant for the macro, the long term, and Bitcoin. So this is a guy you want to watch pretty much every single video he puts out. It really gives a good understanding of where we're at in this cycle and can kind of set you up for whether or not you should be buying certain coins at a certain point. This guy's been laser accurate. He's really good on being not too bullish, not too bearish, being very realistic about where we're at and where we should be going. I think that's something you really need to have when you're in a bull market, watching all these other channels posting every single day about 10x coins, 100x coins, and these things do exist and there is reason to be bullish, but you want to have some sense of realisticness. You want to be real about what you're going to be investing in here at some points, and Bob's really good about keeping it level-headed and strict to the point. And having been in the market for a long time, you can see he's been a trader for 30 years. He does give perspective that you're not going to get on any of these other channels. Okay, our next channel here is Ben Cohen, and Ben Cohen is a lot like Bob in the fact that he's very straightforward, he's very level-headed. All of his analysis comes from math. This guy is a math whiz. He's definitely not an influencer. He doesn't even have ads on his channel. Posts videos that are not well edited. They're not great thumbnails. What matters to Ben is getting the things right. He looks at history. He looks at charts. He does a lot of technical analysis. So all these other channels we talked about so far don't really do technical analysis. Bob does to some degree, but this is about all different kinds of coins. This guy talks about Bitcoin dominance a lot. He talks about altcoins. He talks about alts versus Bitcoin. He gives you a perspective that none of these other channels do in terms of macro, but he does it in a way that's completely objective, right? Look at all of his things here. MRZ score, minor, microcap, terminal price, dubious speculation, supply and profit loss, risk metrics. Like these are all mathematic and technical analysis based things. And I gotta say, this guy's been right more than wrong. And that's very rare in trading markets. If you can be right 60% of the time, you are a huge winner in any market. I really like this channel. I think he's been around for as long as anyone, right? 5 years he's been posting these videos. You can see his most popular videos in the last bull market in 2021, almost 1 million views. So that's a really good amount for a channel that doesn't really care to be an influencer, doesn't try to push and get the most people to watch his videos. I would also recommend going over and following Ben on Twitter because he posts a lot of great insight. He definitely goes against the grain a lot. He will go and talk about things that are happening and be very much against the crowd on a lot of times and usually be right when he's against the crowd. So when you have everyone bullish, he might be a little bearish, he might be a little bit more realistic, and that's a good perspective that you want to have at any time in crypto. Okay, the biggest channel in terms of not subscribers because he's got 1.5 million, but views. You can see 303 videos for 1.5 million subscribers. That ratio is fantastic. He doesn't post a lot, but when he does, and you can see he's posting a lot more now in the bull market, he's posting almost every single week in the last month or so because the views are coming back. 600,000, 400,000, 600,000, 500,000, 500,000. This guy doesn't necessarily have the best technical analysis. He doesn't have the best fundamental analysis. He's definitely not the smartest here. But Alex Becker is super entertaining.
All right, you little manlets, I have to be transparent with you. I don't want to make this video today. The price action on Bitcoin is absolute ass. It is flat, unwiped, unattractive, Taylor Swift bum. I want nothing to do with it.
And his videos definitely move markets. This guy will invest in coins really early on. He's worth over $100 million from his other businesses. Whether or not he is accurate and knowledgeable, he is going to make a ton of money. And it's in part because he does move markets, and it's in part because he is really good at picking coins that have done super well and getting out before they crash. A lot of times I'm going to hear that they watched Alex Becker and want to buy whatever coin he's talking about. So if you can buy these coins and be on the pulse of what he's going to talk about before he puts a video out, you're going to see some of these coins do absurd gains in a single day. He will talk about these coins a lot on his Twitter well before he posts them over on YouTube. So you can kind of get that advantage of buying them when he talks about them on Twitter, and when he posts about them on YouTube and 1 million people watch it, and the day that he posts a video, some of these coins will go up 20, 30, 40% that day alone. You are going to get that advantage. It is a real thing. It happens. I would be very careful about it though, because they will also dump just as hard when he moves on from them or when they become an afterthought for people. So there is some pumpish, dumpish degree to this, especially for those microcap coins. So be very careful when you're investing in coins that he talks about, because they are going to move like crazy. He talks about a lot of very small coins. We're talking sub top 500 coins. We're talking about, top 600, top 700 coins. On the flip side, if you do this well and you time this well, which is hard to do, you can make a lot of money alongside him by riding his bags, because he's going to keep pumping the bags that he has. He's going to keep pumping the investments he's made money on or invested a lot of money into. And so if you ride with him, you're aligned on whatever he's going to pump. You can ride that marketing wave just off of this channel alone. It is a very real thing. So I definitely recommend watching his channel, because you want to have that information that a lot of other retail investors are going to be looking at. A lot of other new folks coming to the space are going to be seeing this channel first and foremost, because these views are just the biggest out of any channel we've looked at. He will move smaller coins. It will happen. And as the bull market continues, this is a guy you just need to be locked into to have that information. Okay, the last channel I'm going to talk about today is, well, my own. I can't not selfishly pump my own channel, right? You are watching this channel. If you're new here, again, please subscribe, leave a thumbs up. I'm putting in the work. It's literally dark out now. I have this lamp that's illuminating me. It's cold, it's windy, and I'm out here doing these videos because this is the only place I could find to do them. I literally have my mic on a little podium in a glass right now. That's my mic stand. So we're doing the dirty work out here to get you guys the info and the updates in the bull market. So if you enjoyed that, please consider subscribing. If you have any ideas for videos you want to see below, leave them in a comment. There's going to be a sea of botted comments down there. I can't get rid of them. I've tried my best. It is what it is. So just ignore all those spam comments down below and leave me a real comment. Leave me something so I can actually respond to people, because I do read all the comments. So let me know what videos you want to see. Let me know if you've subscribed. And other than that, have a fantastic day. But before you go over and watch this other video right here. It's got a lot of good info in there. And if you want to get my takes on all the most popular meme coins, this is the one to watch.